I think sacred geometry is important now because it's a part of the planetary process to help human beings to evolve to the next level. And what does geometry mean? Geo is the earth and metry is to measure. So at a very basic level, it means geometry is to measure the earth. But when you measure something, what you're doing is you're comparing it against something else, like a ruler. We're the only direct experience that we can measure things by. So geometry for me is to look at the patterns that connect us to the earth and to each other and to the whole of reality. There's lots of different types of patterns, but when you bring them down to their essence, there's not as many as you might think that are really core concepts for the universe. It's like in music, you only have a certain number of chords, and yet with those chords you can make incredible complexity. So in geometry too, I reckon you could say that there's a dozen fundamental forms, and everything else is an outgrowth, an extension, an interaction of those forms. Why is the flower of life important? Do any of you feel like you can sum it up in a sentence or two of what's so special about this picture, which is found all around the world and is probably the best known sacred geometry design? What is going on with this very simple pattern of overlapping circles? Fabric of reality, yeah, I like that. We'll get to that one. Even down to the Planck level, which is the subatomic level, where the overlapping spheres of energy are the structure of matter, the structure of space itself. Black Elk said everything an Indian does is in a circle, and that is because the power of the world always works in circles, and everything tries to be round. The sky is round, the earth is round like a ball, and so are all the stars. The wind in its greatest power whirls. Birds make their nest in circles, for theirs is the same religion as ours. So we're going to stay with circles for a while and look at the really simplest geometries. And the simplest 2D shape of all, the most symmetrical 2D shape, the shape which has the largest circumference to area ratio, is of course the circle. And of course in 3 dimensions, the simplest 3D shape, the most symmetrical, and the one with the largest volume to surface ratio is of course the sphere. And what is the simplest straight line 2D shape? The opposite of the sphere, just the simplest shape you can make out of straight lines. What would that be? Square? I think I heard triangle from over here. I'll go with triangle. Triangle has 3 lines. You can't enclose a space with any less than 3 lines. So the simplest 2D shape, I give the triangle. And in particular the equilateral triangle, because it's simpler to have all 3 lines of the same size than it is to have lines of different sizes. So the equilateral triangle is the opposite of the circle. And of course the 3D form of the equilateral triangle would be a tetrahedron. I just want to make sure you all understand what a tetrahedron is. It's got 4 sides and they're all equilateral triangles. So it's like a 3-sided pyramid with a triangular base. So this is the building block of reality, of structure, of matter. The sphere is more like a sphere of expanding energy. This is the contraction that allows a balance to form and existence to exist. My answer to why it's sacred is sacred things are connected to the divine. They're connected to the source. They're connected to the one. So for me, it's the geometries that connect us to that one. Sacred geometry is the study of the primary patterns of space and time to reveal the secrets of the material and spiritual worlds. It's a key to good science, a secret of great art, and a light on the mystical path.